Whew. All right, guys. Wow. That was really tough. Started out hot, but after 3.5 laps, about 3 laps, right? Like, I got tired. And not only that, but doing the tempo run is tough. So, what I understand about tempo run is keeping a little bit of a faster pace than your normal and keeping that for one whole lap, right? So I did the first lap, 400. The second lap, actually not the second lap, but I rested. I took a 2-minute rest to get everything back down, right? Recover a little bit. So I walked just a little bit, but I really slowed down. Then when I got to the 2-minute, depending on where I was on the track, the next 100 meters, at the end of 100 meters or the start of another 100 is when I did the initial 400, right? So the second time I did that, I stopped at 300 because my body started to shut down a little bit. Not shut down, but my legs got really tired. And so I kept 300 up for about 3 laps. And I tell you guys, it is tough. It was tough. So the next one, the next several, I did the 200 one time, recovered on a 200 walk, which was roughly about 2 minutes. And then I just finished off with 100, 100, 100, 100, and then rest, walked 100, and then did another 100. So that felt a lot better because I recovered a lot faster. But with the longer run, it took a little bit longer. So that for me, that is what's the difference. Oh my gosh, the difference between the 400 and then the 100. So taking 400 takes a little bit longer to recover, but the 100 I felt better because it was a short burst, right? But I do need some help with this. Everything that I'm like running and everything, like understanding the running portion of it, what I understand is, doing different types of run and leaving the last run for your normal run. So, which is Saturday mornings. But I'm gonna need a little bit of help with this. So kind of like the knowledge, understanding. So I might just start watching a lot of the YouTube videos just to get an understanding of what a tempo run does. But I am going to post it on social media to get a little bit more insights of, other athletes that do the tempo run and actually do this for a living. So for me, it's to benefit my health, to benefit a little bit of the longevity, right, portion of it. So, and my goal right now is to get down to 235 pounds, maybe 225 if I'm able to. So, and I think 225 is probably a good weight for myself because I've been at 280 pounds. The heaviest I've ever weighed was 286 pounds. And it was tough. It was tough to even walk, right? To even run around, or like do a short run, or even carry my kids. And that's what kind of triggered everything. And right now I'm sitting just under 260, about 259, 258. So adding this, I feel better. So I feel better. I'm actually running a lot more, so, which is great. And with that, it also builds a lot of the confidence. So, I'll let you guys in on this little backstory, right? So, from when I got out of high school, well, I would say 4 years out of high school, playing college sports, having fun with that. And right when I was done, I said, okay, I'm just gonna lift. I don't need to do anything else, no cardio, nothing. But I did a little bit of walking, but pretty much just walk every day. And when I was younger, I was able to burn a lot of that. So burn a lot of like my body and keep moving But after a while, when I got to the, like around age 30, that's when it hit a little bit more because my metabolism slowed down. You know, when you get a little bit older, testosterone starts dropping a little bit, but I noticed that. So, you know, I've taken a lot of supplements, butane. And within that time, I decided to take SARMs. SARMs was great. Hell, it was great, but shit. I think that's the part of it that I didn't understand was I just wanted to be big, you know, muscular, and it really didn't benefit me until about 2 years ago, to be honest. It's like, okay, what the fuck are you doing, you know? Okay, and I put myself and said, hey, I want to be this big, and I want to do this. But at the same time, it was attacking, you know, my body. So I'm like, okay, now. So after a while, like all like what I've been taking suppressed my testosterone levels, and that's when I took that big leap of gaining a lot of weight. So you know, the mass was still there, but it wasn't as defined. But I just started getting heavy, and it took a long time for me to finally recover. I went into the doctors, did all the testing, and they said, you know, it's pretty low. Your test is low. And I'm like, oh shit. So that kind of freaked me out. But then again, you know, I know what I did to my body and understanding it now. So I jumped on some therapy, and so far it's good. It's enough to keep me going, but I put it on just about every day. But now I want to start jumping off of that and try to build also the natural testosterone back up. So, and the doctors, you know, the doctor said, hey, it's because you're getting older, and when you get older, everything does start to decline. And of course, no one wants to hear that, but you know, looking at everything and putting out a long picture of everything, you know, this is one thing that I want to do is be a little bit more active and kind of push myself in a area where I'm not familiar with. So crazy. So, you know, that whole time I ate not bad, but I just ate almost every 4 hours. So changing that to a lot of, like, how'd you say it? The good fats. So right now for 3 weeks I've been eating a lot of the good fats, and it is different. My body burns it quick, and I feel really hungry all the time. So, and then that's where I have to tell myself, okay, that's just your body telling you you're hungry, but you have to understand that eating different types of food and preparing yourself for what you're doing is different from bodybuilding, right? So bodybuilding has the same exact principle of, you know, eat, intake protein, carbs, right? And accumulating that up to around 270 grams, 280 grams of carbs, almost 300 grams of protein, just under 100 grams of fat. So, and calories, really didn't care about calories. So that was the tough part about it. So I understand the bodybuilding part of it, you know, trying to build mass, but when it comes to running, it's a little different. You eat a little bit leaner. You intake not as heavy, right? Not as like heavy food. So it's like portion, in a way I think is portion. You know, that's what's the difference for me. But that's kind of like the backstory of how I got from 140 jump to 180, and then from there it's like slowly coming down. It's hard, to be honest. So far doing that with a little bit of help of another supplement. So, and it's crazy. So now I just feel I feel good. Feel way better. Confidence is coming back. And, I'm doing this for me. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about what you think. I don't care about what other people think, right? And that's the one thing that I had to put through my mind. Real talk. Real talk. So, but we got done with the laps. We got done with this whole entire shenanigans. Feel good. So now we're just gonna get ready, get the kids to school. Got to get to work, get my wife to work. We just got to keep grinding and keep working. So appreciate you guys dropping in. This is the end of episode 5. And I'll see you guys on 6, guys. What's up? All right, so now, let's fix this. What's up, guys? Back at it at the office. Feel a little warm today. Oh, let that swing open. Just a bit warm today. So. All right. Now, today's agenda. Let me put this camera down. Today's agenda is to complete. Wait, come on. There we go. Today's agenda is to complete some sweaters, right? I got these custom orders going out. So, Anna Community School, like the Little Eagles soar, where Little Eagles soar, and it's the class of 2032, right? So, did this morning. I did the mistake of picking up some different sweaters, and I had to get these sent quickly, right? Or had to get them quickly. So where we usually get our stuff from, they were out of stock, and oh no. Crap. These are the wrong ones. Dang it. Excuse me. Now it's gotta wait now. Anyways, so I'm missing 4 sweaters. So I bought 2, but they were the youth sizes, so a youth XL, and that is not gonna work for me. So project got put on hold for now, and again, I should have double checked everything, and that's my fault on my end. But yeah, so the sweaters that we made are these. So we got the names on there, right? And then the front side, sorry. So this is the front side here. And these are amazing. So they turned out really good. Let me get by my office real quick. They turned out really good, but I just ordered the wrong amount, and I should have double checked on the sizes, and that was a mistake by me. So that was a mistake by me. Now we got to go and get them. So just great. Put a little halt to it, but these are going to be delivered tomorrow, so I definitely have to get those in. Just one of the little hiccups right now, so that's all part of the business part of it. There's sizes that are not available at some times, at some points, and some points. Sometimes they're not available anywhere else, but you just have to work with what you got, right? Oh, let me get this out. So we just gotta work with whatever we got. But for now, we gotta run to town and pick up the shirts or the sweaters. So, man, these graduates deserve, they need these. So, but they wanted a quick turnaround. They wanted 2 days, and I told them that just depending on how the UPS or postal service or FedEx, whatever service that you're using, it just depends on how fast they get it to you, because I've been waiting for these for about 3 days now, and I hate it because in our area it's just so spread out, and The prints didn't get to us until last night at 9 p.m. and it was delivered, and I did a 1 day delivery. So it was pretty much an overnight delivery, but it showed up a little late. Well, I guess that's just the way it is with business, with what you need, right? It just depends on where you're at, what location, and it'll get there quicker. Well, we're going to put these on hold, get these out of here and sent out, right? I don't know what else to do. So we're just going to hang out and we're going to continue design because I have another job coming up. We held a youth basketball league a couple of weeks ago. We ended it several weeks ago. And everything finally got approved. So we're going to be doing the shirts. So it's going to be a front side. And then on the back side, it's going to be Rise with the Raiders, which is the mascot. And I do coach at this high school. So if you guys, if you don't know, we're high school basketball coaches, my wife and I, girls basketball coaches. So we decided to put on this league for our community, and it turned out great. Turned out great. First year, ran it, and it had its ups and its downs, but at the same time it's for the youth, and that's kind of like really what's important here, is because we want to kind of give back to the youth community, and why not do this? So we did that. We got it approved. We had to it was a little bit of a wait, but for the most part it benefit the girls program, and with that comes with a lot of responsibility. So we did that. It was a big success. So those are prints that we are going to be doing. So I believe there's about 70 shirts we have to do, a front and back print. So the back print's going to say Rise with the Raiders, and the front it'll just be White Horse Lady Raiders presents basketball, the basketball league. And then we're gonna do one with the tournament champions, so the overall league champions. So, and then from there everyone else is gonna get like the shirts. So we had an 8 and under, and we had a 10 and under, which was awesome. So now I think we might be able to get away with a high school. So that's still in the talks right now, and we actually got to sit down as coaches and figure this out. So yeah, so it's great. That's just all part of what we're doing. So the business is connected to everything, and it's crazy because I didn't think it was going to be like this. So there's a lot of things, a lot of networking and just things that come up. Then there's things that I can't handle, but I'll do the best I can. If I can do it, then I will. But if I can't, I will let you know. So, but it's been great. It's been good. So, we're going to get this done, out of the way. So just hang in there. I'm hanging in there, guys. So I appreciate you guys following, and let's get this going.